Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the weekly call on diversifying your assets and crypto trading. Lisa is not on yet. She's been busy with people that wants to work with us from India. So we're not going to do any crypto training today. Right, the presentation or the PowerPoint thing that I wanted to show you is not ready. Philippa had a loss of a family member. So I didn't put any pressure on her to do that. I will, in the next few days, do flow charts and beautiful things. In the meantime, I'm going to start a file this afternoon on a Google Sheet where I will show the flow of the different projects that we are on. Whoever then, once it's ready, or once I started working on it, I will give everybody viewing rights that wants to see it. You won't be able to mess up my file. You can just view, and then you can see how I use my own flow. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I just tell you about my journey on all the different platforms we're working on. So that will be ready soon. It will be posted in the Kana Super Group. For the people that don't understand yet how the groups work, there's a lot of the other groups will be closed soon. I did post warnings there. Adele, you can maybe just remind the people that any group we are already posted can be shut down at any given time. Make sure you're in the Kana Super Group and then go to the different topics for the platforms that you are on. I'm just going to give a bit of feedback on some of the things we're busy with. Ergo Partners been running very well. I made a file, and people don't send me messages that you want to climb on a platform where the initial cost is $2,000 or $4,000. I had two people this week telling me about platforms like that where I must fund them and sign up with the link. That's not going to work for me. I do what I can do. Okay, now I need to go to a file first. Ergo. Right, on Ergo Partners, we've got a bonus system where the moment that your team is, can everybody screen? Where if your team total is over 500,000, you get a bonus. So what I'm going to do, I've got about 50 people in my downline who's not funded yet. Once I reach that limit and I get my bonus, I will contact my downline individually, find out why they're not registered yet and why they sign up too early. Remember, if I tell you to sign up, I'm going to fund you in the next week or so. But if I didn't ask you to use my link with the idea that I'm going to fund you, you're going to just sit there. I want to know why you've been sitting on a platform and not even communicating with me. So I will use my bonus that I get on that to assist on Ergo Partners. Okay, so that's the team value. Currently, we need to get to 500,000. Another one that's working very well is UFarm. We've built up good teams. Andrew now got 10 corn farms. He's going to upgrade. I think he will maybe be able to upgrade 18th or the 19th to his first coffee farm. I've got 10 corn farms. I'm upgrading tomorrow to my first coffee farm. The teams are working well. I am busy going through the downlines. Whoever doesn't have lease farms yet, I will contact and assist them with the first two farms. And then after 20 days, you just get a new farm with that money that you made till you've got 10, and then you can do a small withdrawal, and then you start upgrading to wheat farms. So that one is working well. I've got another farming project that I started. I selected the person who I wanted the link from. She nearly lost all her clothes when I contacted her, but that's the person that I'm going to register under. The team setup has been done with the first 5 people, and then you can follow their links in the groups. I'm only going to sign up one person there under me. so that my team leaders can also start doing their work properly. Not only Andrew, but the others as well. Lisa and Philippa and Lake also knows what to do, so they'll probably get high positions as well because they know how to build teams. Then there's a third farming thing that I joined yesterday. They chucked me off the platform. They said I cross-recruited. I said, prove to me where's the messages that I cross-recruited anybody from your platform. They refused to provide that. I then reported the South African group to the international headquarters in America, and they shut down all the South African profiles immediately. Told the leadership, put my profile back. Well, I'm a very nice person. I don't like one of you. I love you to bits, every single one on here, but I don't like you. I don't like humans because you behave like buffoons most of the time. So I will love you till the end of earth, but do not tickle me where you don't need to tickle me. I will sink you. I don't care who you are. Right, then there's one called MTFE where I opened a chat or a topic yesterday in the super group, and people then started saying this thing is not paying out without having the right information. I closed the chat so that I can find out what's going on, and then I found all the communication that was sent out in all the different Telegram groups on which that one person also is. And I will open that one soon. MTFE is a thing that we're going to work on soon. I think that's all about the new ones. TradesBit, I tried a reinvestment yesterday, which didn't go through. I've the two small withdrawals last week, which came through, and I did $100 withdrawal last week, Friday, which did not land in my wallet yet. And we are struggling. We are struggling to get to communicate with them. But a red cross recruiting is if you post a UFarm link on an Ergo Partners group, or if you tell people about Ergo Partners while on a UFarm group. That's why we've got different groups, every group on its own. Now, you can't tell me, I can't talk to you personally about other platforms. If you ask me a question, I'm going to answer you. Long ago at Gift of Legacy, I was accused of cross-recruiting inside of the platform, which is nonsense. There's no protected lineages anywhere in any platform. If somebody calls me and asks to join my lineage, I'm going to accommodate them. But you can't post a Gift of Legacy link, for example, onto a youth farm group, or a City Equity link onto a Gift of Legacy group. So that is cross-recruiting. Some people will tell you otherwise, but that is cross-recruiting. I don't want to hear no nonsense about that. That is cross-recruiting, not inside a platform. I'm moving on a platform people currently do to my downline because their uplines did not assist them properly and did not train them properly. I spoke to admin. I said, this is people want to be with me. I will help them with their downlines, and they want to be moved. Then they did the necessary documentation, and they're now in the process to be moved into my downline. Not even where I get commission. I don't get any bonus on them. They're 7, 8 levels below me. But now those people above them can assist them to build a team. Some people can't build teams. They must be trained first. And that's why we are here, is to help people. Right. Okay, Bernadette understands now what cross-recruiting is. Everybody clear on cross-recruiting? Good. Right, I'm not going to say too much about the other platforms. I will build a file where I will do a little bit of coloring and arrows and stuff so you can see what flows into what and what the plan is eventually, so that we can get you all onto a few more platforms. I did say yesterday on the C12 call, let's go from the viewpoint that they're not coming back. On my very first C12 Zoom call, I said that I'm on a lot of different platforms. Why are you not yet on 6 or 7 different platforms? That is my question to you. People, stop chatting in the chat now. I'm busy talking. Pay attention in classroom. Somebody sent me a message and said to me that I'm rude on my Zoom calls. I don't care. You will behave or I chuck you off. I don't care who you are. You will behave on my Zoom calls. It's basic things. It's time that some people need to learn manners. We had an international call somewhere, I can't remember when, where some of the other people were made co-hosts. They chucked off left, right, and center. I said to them, don't type. Give me a chance to present what I want to present. They didn't listen, and the Americans stuck their own people off. There's some basic rules and regulations, people. And what I don't understand, I may be rude and I may speak loud and I may send you to hell and back sometimes, but I will go with you to hell and back. If I send you to hell, I'm going to join you so I can teach you how to fight the devil. The basics. Just follow guidance. Don't be stupid. That's how easy it is. Look at Sia nodding his head. How old is that little daughter of yours?
She's 4, sir.
4. Are you teaching
4.
about you farm already?
Yes, I'm teaching her about crypto.
Good. Oh yeah, let them learn young. Let them learn young. I saw a very interesting summary on a platform this morning where they spoke about the guy that started Bitcoin, and nobody really knows who it is. In I think it was 2009. I bought my first Bitcoin for $9 in 2012, and if I think back, sometimes it's shocking what I know now, and basically what little I knew, 11 years ago, and how much we've learned and how much things progressed and developed over the next 11 years from there. Interesting stuff. Right, I'm not going to keep you on the call for the whole day. I will announce in the group when the file is ready. You can then ask me for a link. I will send it to you privately so I can change it, that you can't bugger up my file. You can just view it, and then you can study it, and next week ask questions on that. The flow is very easy. Small projects into medium projects, into very long-term ones, and then eventually into big short-term ones. Okay, any questions before we go?
Stefan, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we allowed to, seeing as this is about various platforms, can I ask a question about SID subs?
You can ask me a question about anything, Jeff. And yesterday on the Zoom calls, I also said no platform pays me to do Zoom calls for them. I do it for my people. So if you want to talk about another platform that's maybe related, let's use an example. GP bots and eBot is very closely related to each other, the way they operate. Then you can ask me a GP bot question on an eBot call. So you can talk about SID subs.
Yeah, I just, I just want to know if on the right-hand top right-hand corner, if you see the membership's not growing very quickly, does that mean there's no movement at all? Or is there movements, not new members necessarily, but people
no, you need to go to the right tab on SID subs. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. On the right top hand corner, there's it's got the membership, new members, and I keep an eye on that.
Okay, there's a membership. That's the total members. Okay, but now you need to look at the positions. Now, how far are we? There's a next to cycle here. Can you see there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 from the top. Next to cycle.
Go there every day.
Okay. There you see what the movement is. If you go to beginner feeder, I've got a file where I will capture that number every morning. And there was movement because Danny is one of my friends. He stays 12 kilometers from me. Was in 12th position yesterday morning. There's at least 60 people extra or 60 positions extra on the feeder. Karina is my landlady. Then she's sitting in 7th. Gideon stays here on the plot with me in one of the cottages. Justin is one of my athletes. Toby is one of my athletes. Gavin is one of my athletes. They sign up together. Mickey stays here on the plot. That was about a week ago that they signed up. There's Danny with another one. Christopher Ferguson is one of my athletes. He moved up. He wasn't on here yesterday. So there's at least seven positions that moved here. Now, why did we slow down? There's various reasons. There's a few of the big groups who is waiting for Plan B to come on board. Plan B is a $10 one. Now, there was a lot of discussions about how Plan B is going to have positions going through to Plan A's feeder system. And there was also a lot of discussions about if we're going to have a $2 feeder for the Plan B, which is $10. So what's it now? The last discussions was that a few positions, it looks like about 9 from Plan A, the $5, will be a re-entry onto the feeder. And then about 14 positions on Plan B, which is a $10 one. $10 will launch soon. There will be fair warning for everybody. And then the big teams that wants to start on the $10 will have no choice with that 14 positions because that's automatic re-entry onto the feeder. So that will eventually feed into Plan A. And Plan A, you can use your money and join Plan B and eventually Plan C on the $30. Remember, nothing works fast. It's always super fast at the beginning. But what we're also still doing at this stage, Andrew is loading his Seeds of Love people. I think he's got about 400 on. And we sponsor them. Every 8 hours, I go sponsor 3 people with a feeder position. We were asked to give everybody a chance to only do 3 positions for each at this time. And then wait. And then when everybody agrees on the leadership council that we can open up, I will do another 3 every 8 hours till I've got everybody on there, up to 20 positions on the feeder. Remember, it's not about members here. It's about the positions. If you go to my stats page, you can see exactly what chaos I caused here. I put $623 back into my downline. That's how I helped to keep the system moving. But there is definite movement, Jeff. There's no two ways about
Okay.
that. It can
Yeah, I was
increase a
just
little
worried.
bit. No, you don't have to get worried. It's always going to work in waves. People are going to get salaries and they're going to put an extra $10 in and get themselves more positions. Our view from the Leadership Council is that we assist on the feeder program because we know Plan B, the $10 one, is going to feed the feeder and Plan A also. So that's 14 plus 9. It's going to be roughly 23 positions. It's not official yet, but it will be about 23 positions. And if everybody goes through the cycle and get a new feeder position every few days, there's going to be constant movement. And you're still going to cycle through with a huge amount of money in your pocket.
So we are on Plan A at the moment. Plan B is in the pipeline, and then Plan C would be the advanced, which comes last.
Yeah, that's a $30 one. Plan A will have to run for Plan B will have to run for
Yeah.
sure. I would say at least 4 weeks to get everybody sorted on that one.
So we are beginner plan, and there's intermediate, and then that's advanced.
And that's
A,
yeah, then
A, B,
that's
C.
advanced.
Okay.
A, B, and C, yes.
Okay. Thanks, Stefan. Great.
Remember, there's also the Leadership Council consists of 23 people all over the world. And there's a lot of different personalities. There was long discussions before we started advising Sid on exactly what we want. And then he made some adjustments from what he had. And then eventually we launched. And so far there's constant movement. There is movement every day. So
thank you.
that's one I will keep on supporting.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Stefan.
Anil, you ask if you can call me after the call. No, you can't call me after the call. I've got Zoom calls till 9 o'clock tonight, so you're gonna have to call me tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I'm free between 8 o'clock and 8:45. Right. Any other questions on sits up? Jeff asked a very important question now. Is it moving? Yes, it's moving. Anybody else got questions for us or for me?
None from my side.
Good. Marty, remember to sort your photo out for next week or
Yes,
next
I
call.
will. Okay.
Yeah. People, everybody must have at least one photo. I've got a beautiful photo with a tie on in a blue shirt, taken about 5 years ago. There's a lot of running photos of me on Facebook and all over the world, which I sometimes have long hair and I look flustered and tired and everything. But everybody must have at least one decent photo which you can use as a profile photo with Zoom. Don't be shy to show yourself. Right. I need to rush. I've got another call in 3 minutes. See you next week, Wednesday again. Keep your eye on the groups for whatever I post there. And follow guidance. Have a nice afternoon. You can unmute
Thank
and say
you.
bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks,
Stefan.
Stefan.
So much,
Bye,
Stefan.
Bye.
Bye.
Stefan.
Thank you. Bye.